review the new Dior foundation. I also bought a contour stick. I bought the shade Light. I haven't seen lots of reviews on the light shade. And I bought one of the Rouge blush color glows in the lightest contour duo. I did get one of these samples of the Dior Forever Glow Maximizers. I love my maximizer in the shade bronze. And they sent me this beautiful, I don't know, this shade. And I have also got a mini lippy, which, guys, you guys are gonna die when you see these. Let's first try the foundation stick. This is a multi-use foundation stick that delivers a natural blurred finish, 24-hour wear, and all-day hydration. It should be a buildable coverage. This is the shade 2.5N. I actually think that this is my perfect shade. It says it has 10 grams in here. It is made in Japan and I paid 57 euros for it. Because it's oval shape, it's actually really satisfying because you see the twist up and it gives a beautiful little thump. And in case you were wondering how this one compares to the Westman Atelier stick, this one is already more hydrating. This should be blurring on its own, so I want to do primer at least on one side. And let's go in with the foundation stick all over the face. I was going to repurchase the Westman Atelier, but when I saw this launch, I don't know, I was drawn to it. I wanted it. So on this side, I put some primer, and on this side, my face is bare, it's only skincare. I'm gonna go in with the new Refer B04 brush. This just came out of the concept store, I believe. Oh, this is a good first impression. Lightweight, kind of glowy, but not dewy looking. I think it looks very natural. And this is the side with the primer, but those are what my pores look like. It looks natural. I don't like a really thick foundation application, so I'm gonna keep it to this and then use a concealer to conceal underneath the eyes. I put a little bit underneath the eyes on this side just to see if I could use this as concealer. Going in with the Refer B02. Just a blending intermission right now. I use it as a concealer on this side, and on this side I haven't put anything underneath the eyes, and there is already a difference. So you can use this as more of a lightweight concealer. This is the side without any primer. You still see a bit of the pores. And this is my texture. I do think it covered everything nicely. I like the luminosity. And this is the side with the primer. Tiny little bit more on this side. I'm gonna go in with my trusty Farah Midi concealer on this side just to see how they compare throughout the day. Let's roll this back down. Very satisfying thump. And let's go in with the contour stick. Similar to the foundation, the contour stick also has 10 grams. It's made in Japan. I paid 54 euros for it. I believe it retails for $47. I got the shade Light. I believe there are 4 shades. I got the lightest shade. Some people were saying that they find this a little bit too gray, but when I saw this, I was thinking, have you seen Biscuit by Westman Atelier? I do like a good neutral contour color. Lately, I've been really enjoying contouring over anything else. Same packaging as the foundation, but this one has a matte finish, which I really like. It feels hydrating just like the foundation. I have a feeling that they are very similar in formulation, and this is what it looks like on the hand. Now, of course, I have the Westman Atelier contour stick as well in the shade Biscuit. Let's put it right next to it to see how gray this one actually is. And of course, I also wanted to show you guys Travertine from Victoria Beckham Beauty. Travertine, Victoria Beckham Beauty, Biscuit by Westman Atelier, and indeed a little bit more gray toned, the light shade from the Dior Forever line. It is quite gray, but I don't know. I just feel like this will serve a purpose to really contour. So this is Dior's first ever contour stick. It should blend easily, seamlessly into the skin. It should be natural and give you a bronzed effect. I think maybe other people were right. It is quite gray toned. I think if you're very fair skin, maybe cool toned skin, this will look very good on you. So nothing wrong with the formulation, but definitely wondering if this color was the one for me. I think the Westman Italy Contour Stick in Biscuit, what I like about it is it has a little bit of that warmth, so it's a little bit more flattering on the skin. Same with Travertine from Victoria Beckham Beauty. And of course, let's try the Rouge Blush Color and Glow. There are 4 blush and highlight components, and there should be 2 that are kind of like a contour slash bronzer and a highlighter. This is a baked formula. Baked formulas are always made in Italy. It has 8 grams. It retails for $50 on the US website, and I paid 57 euros for it. So it was quite pricey, but luckily, the baked formulas always take really long to pan. This is a very light pickup method. I really enjoy the clasp system. It's kind of like old school Dior Quince where you just have the press system. If you have trouble opening any type of packaging, this system is actually really easy. I got the shade 100 Diorrissimo Contour and Glow. It has a 12-month shelf life. It looks beautiful. The way that I want to use these is I want to put them in my socket. So I'm going in with the contour shade first, and there is still a decent amount of pigment. Finish wise, this is beautiful. I haven't powdered the face yet, but I wanted to show you guys what this contour color looks like. Refer 32 brush to go over some of that nose contour area. It is quite lightweight, but it does blend in seamlessly. I haven't used the highlighter just yet. That will be coming, but I want to do the blush first. So this is the shade Rosy of the Dior Forever Glow Maximizers. Beautiful. I actually have been eyeing this shade, so it's really nice that I can try it out right now. Now I'm gonna go over it with my palette again, going into that contour shade, putting it all over the cheeks. I know it looks a little intimidating, but trust the process. It will all come together because I haven't powdered my eyes just yet. Finishing touch, let's go in with the highlighter. I hear great things about this highlighter. A bit on the eyes. The final touch is this little miniature. You guys are gonna die when you see this. Back in the day, this was one of my favorite glosses of all time. Look at this. It's a mini lip maximizer in the original shade. This takes me back. I lined my lips a little bit with Muse by Lisa Eldridge, but this is the final look. It looks very natural, right? I actually think that nothing is too overpowering. I love the way that the face came out. This is kind of my makeup aesthetics, except I don't often use a foundation. Let's first talk about the foundation. The foundation stick, out of the entire, like everything that I reviewed today, I think the foundation stick is the most unique in terms of formulation, and I actually really enjoy this product. I think if you're looking at anything from the collection, the foundation stick is probably the one that I'm going to recommend. Everything that I've put on my face today, I'm going to link down below in affiliates. If you do use one of my affiliates, you want to purchase something, use one of my affiliates, I will earn a little bit of commission, and everything that I earn, I put back into my channel. I actually purchased this collection because of the earnings that I got from my decluttering videos. Since so many of you guys watched the decluttering videos, I had a little bit of money to invest in this collection. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be able to review this collection. So it really helps out my channel so much, but I do really want to thank you. I sometimes forget to thank you guys for all the support so far. So I'm just going to take the moment to thank you. But going back to the foundation stick, I think this is the one to beat. I think formulation wise, very beautiful. I got mine in shade 2.5N. And I think it's a great shade match for me. I like a hybrid product, so you can use it as a concealer and as a foundation. I think it concealed really nicely. And for both the primer side and the non-primer side, it looks very beautiful. So I'm really digging the foundation. I think that if you're looking at anything, foundation is the one to go. But the contour stick, I think the color is a little bit too gray. I think if you're very fair toned and you like K-beauty type of makeup, and I think in K-beauty you often have very gray contour colors, I think you actually would like this contour stick shade in the shade Light. I would prefer this shade if it was mixed with the O2 shade. You probably would get like the best shade for me. So formulation, great. I do think it's a bit too gray for my skin tone. So it's not my favorite product, but yeah, nothing else to say. I think in formulation wise, I can't complain. Then let's talk a bit about the bronzer, the Glow Maximizer bronzer in the shade Rosy. I I'm in love with my brown shade. I'm about halfway, like I'm this is where the air pocket is at. I still really like mine. I use mine a lot. I use mine as sort of like a multifunctional product, a bronzer, blush, highlighter. And this is sort of like a blush highlighter situation. I would consider this formula very mature, girl friendly. I have been trying to not over purchase blushes and trying to get all of the colors because I have a huge makeup collection still, and I want to get some more use out of my makeup. But I do really enjoy this formulation, so if you are looking for a rosy tone blush that you can blend out into something very flattering and natural, this is not a bad formulation, guys. I stand behind this. This is a very beautiful formulation also if you have more mature skin. Lastly, let's talk a little bit about the Diorrissimo 100 contour and highlighter palette. If you see me looking the other way, my dog is outside and he's playing, so I'm just keeping an eye on him. Hi. Going back to this palette, this shade, the contour shade, a little bit more warm toned, so it's very fair, it's baked. I've been going into more natural looks. This is a very natural contour and highlighter situation. I really like the highlighter. I would also consider both of these products mature skin friendly. All highlighters accentuate a little bit, but I don't know, something very natural about this highlighter color, and I like that I can put this on the eyes as well and just contour the eyes a little bit, highlight the eyes a little bit. I think the end result looks really nice. I think the biggest complaint with this one is probably that people might find the shades a little bit too fair. I personally do really enjoy this one, but the shade is really fair. Lastly, let's talk a little bit about the miniature maximizer. When this came out back in the day, it was my first expensive gloss purchase. But I wanted to have this. Dior and Chanel will always be in my hearts for some type of nostalgia because I started with Dior and Chanel because I was already working when I started with makeup. I bought this one, I loved it so much, finished it, bought another one, and in the end, I never repurchased it because I have so much makeup now. It was always in the back of my mind because I have a love for it, and now this miniature one, it even feels the same. I'm just happy to have it in my collection. Everything in Dior does have a smell, so the maximizer and the foundation sticks all kind of have a smell. It's stronger than you expect. But I'm not smell sensitive when it comes to my makeup. It's just something that I want to say. If you do not like perfumes, then maybe Chanel, Dior, like these bigger brands aren't for you because they often scent, like they put perfume in their makeup. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. If you want to nerd out about Dior makeup, please use the comment section down below. You can also DM me on my Instagram. I use my Instagram a little bit less, but I do use my TikTok account. So let me promote my TikTok a little bit. There is some original content on there, but a lot of the content also ends up on my YouTube shorts. So you don't have to follow me, but let me promote my TikTok account anyway. Like this video, by the way, if you do like this video, you do like Dior. I think I have a Dior playlist, so you can check out the playlist and just, fall into the Dior rabbit hole with me, nerd out about Dior with me, subscribe to my channel if you do like just hanging out with me as well. And I hope you guys still have a very beautiful summer. If you're Dutch and you're in this summer with me, I know it's a little exhausting, but I still hope you're getting a great summer holiday. And of course, watching the Olympics. Yay! Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!